I received a call from Warner Brother and they told me it's Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy
Then I was like,
Rich Asians.
I was like, okay, say no more. I'm in.
Serious lah?
What?
What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Howard.
Howard.
Howard. Hello, Howard. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Thank you
welcome
for
to the
having
show.
me.
Thank you for coming at such a last minute. Actually, I've been wanting you to be on this show for so long ago, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we asked
actually,
you
it's actually that we talk about it is that before MCO.
before MCO.
Yeah, they
that was
have
back
the-
in March, guys.
Yeah, they have the
That's
MCO.
like
I
MCO
think
3 months
I think
ago.
I realized that we should get you on the show because I realized that you were part of the team. You were part of the production team who worked on Garden of Evening Mists.
Yeah, I was.
And it was around that time when you were sharing some on Facebook. You were sharing like the props that you designed for the film, which is really cool. And which goes to the question of Howard, what exactly do you do?
Well, most of the time when I was like doing movie, I was in the art department and we call it like design as well.
Yeah.
So our job scope can be very very vast. It's like all the way from like pre-visualizations
Right.
on the set to sourcing the material of the props, by prop making, and we have like prop maker as well to set construction.
Set construction. Okay.
Yeah, and if in the even bigger job, you even have like a small department just handling green.
Handling what?
Green, it's like flower, grass,
Oh,
green.
gardening.
One whole team
Lit-
just for like
Yeah, just
plants.
handling just plants.
Oh,
Literally
wow.
greens. I was thinking green screen.
Yeah, I was thinking green screen as well. I was thinking green screen as
No,
well.
I mean it's like flower and plants.
flower and plants. How
Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
And when did you start getting yourself involved with production?
Well, it's actually like it's back into like 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
it
reason
should be
why I'm
around.
asking is that because you studied animation and visual effects,
Yeah,
and
Oh.
you did visual effects for your college work, university work,
yeah,
a bit of animation, all digital stuff, right?
yeah, digital stuff.
And then suddenly I found out that you're working on a film set. So tell us a bit about it. When did you how did
you
you
mean
jump
that transition?
How did you jump from that to that? Is film something that you always wanted to get yourself involved in?
Yeah, actually, it's like back then when I was still in university, I only know that I want to get involved like something about film, but I'm not really sure is that like doing the production or maybe like post. I'm not really sure yet back
Right.
then. So right after graduated, it's somehow that I went back to Johor
Right.
and worked as a commercial photographer like for 4 months.
Yeah. You
And-
went to Johor? Is it because it's your hometown or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Then afterward, I didn't enjoy that. Of
You-
course, I didn't enjoy it. I mean, it's a commercial photographer thing. It's not really like challenging because it's like a corporate job.
Because it's not
Oh.
that challenging, guys.
It's not challenging. So it's boring.
It's
No,
boring.
I think
as-
it's not particularly boring. It's because it's a corporate,
Uh-huh.
so they have like a strict SOP you have to follow. So you are
right.
not allowed.
You can't go like crazy on
Yeah,
it.
you
then.
can really
Oh, you didn't enjoy. You don't have that creative process, like you
Yeah,
cannot
so-
express yourself.
Oh,
Yeah, I
it's
can't
just
really
do
express
it.
yourself. Yeah, and there's like a chef product officer have the
A what?
instruction.
A what officer?
I mean, like do chef product officer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the corporate, so you have to follow whatever instruction she gave you.
So in the end, she's doing your work.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's basically that I'm just like a tool to actually execute the camera.
okay.
So I was like, you know what? Bye.
Yeah.
I see.
And you were doing that for how many months?
4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, bye. Yeah. So
You were like, F it.
yeah. Yeah. So I quit the job. Then I was like slacking back into my home and
Slacking.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't really have a plan B.
Oh,
So
okay.
I was just like, you know what? Bye. Then go back home, sit down in my room and think about what
Think about life.
think about life. And it's like, what am I gonna do next? Then eventually, I think I was very very lucky.
Oh.
Then this particular training, because Pinewood Studio, back then,
Right.
they just set up in Johor, so they are opening course for citizen of Malaysia. As long as you have a Malaysia IC, you can join the course for free.
Whoa.
Yeah, and they are actually the instructor. They are actually very experienced, and I joined like 3 to 4 courses.
Oh wow, that's so worth it,
Yeah,
man.
provided by them, and I met the producer of Fight Club.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Of who?
Fight
Fight
Club.
Club.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't talk about Fight Club.
First rule of Fight Club is okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay, skip it.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
So you met this guy who worked on Fight. He's the set designer. You were saying?
No, he's the producer.
Producer.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's one of the course I joined is actually about the story adaptation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How you actually adapt a story into a script, which the course is actually instructed by him. Yeah, there's another course which I joined, which is like a 3-month course. It's the art direction course.
Oh.
And I have 3 instructors. There's one art director who is really famous back then. He was the art director of Band of Brothers.
Band of Brothers.
Oh, Band of Brothers, the
Yeah.
okay,
That war-
the war movie.
The
Yeah.
World War II series.
Yes, yeah, a
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's another guy who also is like the set decorator for Fury.
Fury.
Yeah,
The
Fury.
tank. Another war.
Oh,
film. Yeah.
wait, this is
And-
the one with the guy yang kena lanyard with the. Is it that?
Maybe, but it's about
Yeah,
tank.
I
But
think-
there's Brad Pitt in it.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so basically it's all the people who are really active on the industry. And they are actually from UK and US and all over the world. So I think the government in Johor did a good job back then to actually ask them to come to Malaysia and get a free course,
Nice.
which actually is like fully covered
Bestnya.
by the government. So
Yeah. And as Malaysians, as long as you have your IC, you just
Yeah.
come and then just join.
yeah,
or-
but you cannot just join as
Oh,
you
is
will
it?
because you have to go through interview.
Oh.
So-
okay.
So it was like like a very unique experience. It's I just went back to London and there's like 5 marks something. Just I was like, okay, I didn't expect that, but let's see.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice,
okay.
nice,
And then
nice.
you managed to get past the interview too, lah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So I was lucky, so I went inside and enjoyed the art department. And during that time, Marco Polo, Netflix,
The
the Marco
Netflix
Polo on
series.
Netflix, yeah, they were shooting in Pinewood.
Oh, like Pine Woods here,
Yeah.
Pine Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pinewood.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were shooting in Pinewood, and at the same time, we had a art department course going on. So we get a free tour.
Oh, you guys get to.
So while you're studying,
Whoa.
you're able to visit the set.
Yeah, visit the
That's
set
so
and,
cool.
and see how they're actually doing like the visualizing for the set and doing like prop making. And I was really amazed by that because I saw their weapon storage. It's like there's like some Mongolian skill.
Oh.
It's like I'm seeing it like up close. I was thinking that it's a good steel work, but actually when I touch it, it's silicone.
Oh, but it really looks like real
Yeah.
steel.
Wow.
So I mean, like, they just told me that the particular weapon is used for cross combat. So it's really meant for fighting, but because it's for filming, you can't really make
A
it
real
like-
one.
Yeah, like steel. So even though there was some accident happening back then, so people don't really get hurt by silicone.
Noise voice.
So, so you visited the set of Marco Polo, and then what? I mean,
Then afterward, after the course ended, I participated in Marco Polo as an extra.
Oh,
As an extra, you were an extra.
Extra at the beginning, so
Whoa.
I mean, it's really shameless of me, but that's what my tutor told me back into the art department course. He told me something. You have to be shameless.
You have to
ask
be
for
shameless.
opportunity. You ask and you shall receive.
I see.
That's what he told me.
jangan malu-malu tau.
Jangan malu-malu.
Nak
Tak
tanya.
Tak tanya, tak tahu. Ha.
Yeah,
Tanya
so
tak tahu. Yes.
Oh,
I joined it as an extra. And when I'm free or something, I just walk around and ask for opportunity. Do you need some guy? Do you need help?
So,
that's-
which scene do you remember?
Really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
There's actually one shot which is like up close.
Oh, really? Like, literally like.
I mean,
your
like,
face?
I have a cross-out face on that series which
Whoa.
it look awkward. Really awkward.
We
Okay,
have,
it's
we
time
have
to-
to dig for this.
Yes,
I don't
we
know
gotta
if we're
watch-
able to, but we'll try our best to look for it.
Yeah, but it was like
It was worth it though, right?
I mean, like, it's weird. I mean, it's like, is that my face? you? I mean, it's basically like that kind of feeling. Like, isn't my face looks so weird? I mean, it's like, I'm looking at myself on the screen.
Alright, so you're walking around set asking some
Asking
of these
for
guys for
opportunity,
opportunity. Hey, do you need help? Okay, so
Yeah, so eventually I I bumped into this guy who is the supervising art director of
Okay.
Marco Polo. And I just asked him about like the opportunity.
Right.
Then he said that they are not really opening anymore because like by the time when I finished the art department course, it's toward the end of the production.
right.
Yeah, so for the art department, most of the job has been done, so they are sending people off.
Right.
So okay, I don't really have a chance. So I was still lucky enough. The costume department is opening.
The costume department.
Yeah, so I joined the costume department like for a week. So I has been like carry armor, like Mongolian armor, Mongolian suit, and all these like running up to the hill. And going down the hill,
To
like,
send
all
over
those-
to the team so that they can
Yeah.
prepare the scene.
Yeah, and there's like some time when you know there's like some of the armor just broke. You have to replace it.
You have to replace it.
It's not really like I have to replace it because like some of the extra they already have been dressed and they've been sent to the set. And some shit happened.
Yeah,
in the
and
set,
then it
the
broke.
armor broke.
Yeah.
I need to find a replacement in the costume tent, grab it and run to the set, which the set is like 2 km.
Oh my god, that's quite.
Yeah. I mean that basically it's like during that time we put the entire farm somewhere in Johor. So it's a war scene. So they put the entire farm. So we have like the entire production base there, including like the art department, storage, the costume tent, it's like office, it's like everything is there.
Okay.
I see.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. Right. And then what? I mean, you were part of the costume department, and then until the production ends.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, man. I mean, so you get to see some of the wardrobe,
Yep.
the stuff that they put on the actors.
Yeah, and there's sometimes the schedule, sometimes it can be crazy. I still remember there was a day which is like war scene. It's like they have like 400 extra.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Yeah, 400 extra, and the AD came in and told us the costume department only have like 1 hour to dress all of them up.
Oh my god. So you need to
I
dress
was-
up 400 people in 1 hour.
Yeah, that was like 1 hour. So I was like, well, okay.
How was that? I mean, how was the experience? I mean,
You want me to explain in my own word? It might sound a little bit.
sure, go ahead.
I feel like I'm like a rapist,
Like a what?
like a rapist.
Like a rapist.
People come in, off your cloth.
Oh!
Man, no time to explain. Off your cloth right now.
I can. We'll explain later. Here you go.
Oh my
Go to
god.
war. I'll see you later.
But how did
Wow.
those people react though?
I mean, like they understand.
Oh, they understand
Yeah,
lah.
I mean, like they have been like extra for the entire series. So we pretty know each other. So okay, you know what? Today I have 400 people. Zoop, go. Yeah.
It's like
Stuff
Well,
like
that must have been like a little bit awkward.
it's like strip, dress, go. Strip, dress, go. Strip, dress, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't remember how, but we made it somehow.
You made
Somehow.
it in within
Within an hour.
It's not just me. Like, it's like a bunch of people. We make it somehow.
Yeah. So after that, what next? So is that sort of mark your opportunity, your
Yeah.
starting point, being involved with film production?
Yeah,
So
I mean, like, it sounds like a perfect start, but it wasn't.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
A
afterwards,
good start, and then
yeah.
What-
it's a
what
good
happened
start. So after that, I don't really get any opportunity to work in a big production
Right.
anymore. So I think it's like for another 2-3 years. I have
Damn.
been
Oh, that's quite a long time.
yeah. So I've been working in indie film.
indie films, right?
Yeah,
okay.
indie film. I'm trying to explore like the local cinema and like all those like indie people who are trying to make film by patience.
Like Malaysian indie films?
Yeah,
Or-
Malaysian
okay.
indie film.
Right. Okay.
So I've been exploring about it, and it was a very nice experience. But
Yeah.
in terms of financial, it wasn't really good. So there was one particular time which I was starving, like literally. Like I only have like 6 ringgit in my pocket.
Damn, man.
And I have to survive for another few weeks. And I couldn't actually voice out about this concern of mine to my family, because back then when I joined the industry, like you know, it's like parent they always want the best for their children, so they will always like, why are you going freelancing? Why don't you just get a stable job? Yeah, because since my parents they already against me since the beginning, and I choose this path. So I have to somehow it's like prove to them that I
Oh, okay,
gonna
I-
make it work somehow.
okay.
Even it's like it's like you don't have to suffer during the journey. It's like, but I have to make it work somehow. So for the 3 years, and the next, I think the memorable experience will be I joined one of the documentary.
Documentary.
Yeah, a teaching documentary about the Battle of Monishu. Basically, Black Hawk Down.
Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, it's talking about
Black
the
Hawk
Black Hawk
Down.
Down
Oh,
incident.
okay.
Because you know, it's like the Black Hawk Down incident by what's the director name again?
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the movie
Yeah.
is more or less focusing on the American side.
Yep.
Yeah, but a lot of people actually don't know that the people who actually set the day.
Is it the
It's the
Malaysians?
Malaysians.
Malaysians.
Yeah.
So the documentary is more focusing about the Malaysian side.
The hero.
Yeah, how we actually how they actually execute the
Rescue the
operations.
Americans, yeah.
Yeah. So I talked to some of the military officer. It was like mind blowing.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think there's like it's really something that we and by the project I understand that the Malaysian military, we are actually one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
But we don't really want people to know that.
Oh.
Because you know it's a national security measurement.
So it's like a low key kind
Yeah,
of
it's
thing.
a low key thing, which I think is better.
It's better like that lah.
to stay that way. Yeah. So the one was good. Then afterward, I don't really remember what next.
But with the production though, that documentary, what were you doing in that one? What were-
Art as well.
art
Yeah.
art production.
So
art
basically,
department as well.
Yeah,
okay.
basically they have like interview for people, but there's something that they want to recreate doing like they call it reenactment.
Reenactment, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
okay.
the documentary. So we have to like dress people up as soldier,
Oh.
and
okay.
they are using real firearm.
What?
Which they have like soldier like military officer around to supervising there to make it
Yeah.
safe.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
we were shooting in a military camp in Port Potison.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's a very memorable thing. Then right after the productions, something bad happens.
Oh. After the production.
Yeah, something bad happened. The first sign of my health issue.
Okay.
Ooh.
What happens? The first is because now my health is not really in the condition because of overwork. And the first signal come, both of my knee was like collapsed. So I couldn't stand up for the next month or something.
Oh damn, man.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
basically like just standing up looking at the ceiling. But it's okay. I mean, think about life. I think that's what I want.
I like the fact that he's like, all this shit is happening to him, and then he's like, but it's okay.
Yeah, but
It's okay.
That
Because I choose it.
Yeah, that's the
that
thing.
determination and
It's very
optimism.
admirable. I mean, can you imagine you be like him, and then you're looking at the ceiling, and your fan is dead.
Oh, my fan is
Your
dead.
fan, you can't even turn on your fan.
Yeah.
So you were there. You were bedridden for how long?
Sorry?
How long
Bedridden
were you
for
on?
like a month.
A month.
Yeah. Around a month. Then after I get well, I mean like I just want to get back to work.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
you
because-
were resting, and now you're like, oh, I gotta get back to work.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like get back to work because like because like for you to get into the art department scene
Yeah.
in Malaysia, most of us we are actually freelancer.
yeah.
So there's no something like you work for a company kind of thing. So you have to keep on
Searching
yeah,
yourself.
you have to keep on searching. You have to keep contact with people.
Yeah. So basically, you're working from one project with the next project
Yeah.
with different teams.
Yeah, with
sort
different team.
sort of thing.
Yeah.
But what got you from one project to the next project is basically through recommendation, through
Yeah,
connections.
two recommendation.
Right.
I should be extremely honest. I only use my CV once.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So
Yeah.
from then on, it's just like by knowing these
Yeah, just
people
by
know
the
you.
recommendations.
So for the next project, this guy was like, oh, you should call Howard, something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh.
Wow. So what does that tell you?
Networking.
What does that teach you actually? Is it something like you should be, you should,
Well-
connection important in this sort of field?
I think it's kind of important, but in the same time, this field actually teach me something that because like in film industry, a lot of people they don't really have educations qualifications. It's like most of them they didn't go to university,
I see.
but they are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good at what they're doing.
They are damn good. Like because like for art department we have like people from like different skill sets. Like some of them they are just prop maker, but they can turn stone into gold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And some people who are really good in electric work is like how they pull cable, just to make practical light instead work.
I
So
see.
it's all that.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
we are a bunch of people who have different skill set to enjoy together to make something happens. Yeah.
It's just want you guys to realize that filmmaking is not just acting and camera and props. I mean, it's all these little things happening behind the scene. The guys who connect the wires together, the guys who make some props. You thought it was a real sword, but it's not.
No,
These are
it's
all
not.
made and it made to look real, which is super crazy to think about it in that sort of perspective. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that afterward, I think the real life turning event for me is around 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right after there was one time one of my friend who is an indie filmmaker.
Yeah.
He called me up and asked me to help his personal film.
Yeah.
So I went and helped, which he doesn't pay me, not a single cent.
But you did it anyway,
I did anyway.
right?
Because I believe that in this kind of industry, we should help each other out,
Exactly.
especially in indie project and passion project.
Yeah.
Because when you are lacking of budget, a helping hand is everybody needed. Yeah. So I helped this guy out anyway. Then afterward, I got an opportunity to work for Police Evo.
Oh, the first one.
Police
Oh,
Evo
the
2.
second one.
Okay.
Okay.
But I quit the job anyway. Should I say that?
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
But it's okay.
Wait, so you were the one who in the writing team?
But anyway, okay, so you were in that production. You quit for personal reasons.
Nah, it's not personal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just I was just trying to blanket it out. But okay, you quit, and then
Yeah, I quit. Then it's like just now I mentioned about like this indie film which I work with. So this guy, he threw my name into Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers.
Which right after I quit Police Evo 2, the next day I received a call.
Holy shit.
So how are we gonna title this? Guy quit Police Evo 2 production team, and Warner Brothers call him.
It's actually one of my friend joke about it. It's like you quit a local, you jump into
Local,
Hollywood.
jump into Hollywood.
Yeah, it's like my friend is like, what the
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, I was just like extremely lucky. So I received a call from Warner Brothers and they told me it's Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy
Wow.
rich Asian.
Crazy
Then I was like-
rich Asians.
I was like, okay, say no more. I mean,
So you're in the production design team for that
Yeah.
one, is that right? Tell us a bit about it.
so I was under like a few people. So my main job is like to assist like few of the coordinator in the art departments. It's not really involved in the creative side, but it's more towards like the coordinating or organizing
Okay, right.
side of it. Because like,
Make sure things run.
because
Okay.
like we have like so many construction sites going on.
Yeah.
It's like one of the sites is actually in Karkosa Srinagar, where
Karkosa Srinagar.
yeah,
okay.
where they actually building like an ancestor hall somewhere in the middle of the field, and there's like a lot of crew working there. So they need water, they need stand, they need food, and they need supply. So they have the energy to keep on working.
Right.
So I need to make sure the supply is there.
I see.
I have to make sure the skipping is there. Like the skipping, like like the tong sampah yang besar gila.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like the construction rubbish bin. Yeah, because because like a skipping which is like the skipping which is big, but they can just fill up in a day.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that's how much rubbish we generate. Which is like very,
That's pretty wasteful.
yeah, it's very unfriendly. Yeah,
Not environmental friendly.
yeah. So I need to make sure everything runs smoothly because most of the time the coordinator will be stuck in the office. So I'm the one who actually is like at the outside. It's like to send things to the set, to making sure the supply in the set is there, so everybody can keep on working.
Right.
So it was like a really good experience because like like just now I mentioned that I worked for the local production for like a few years before I got this opportunity. So the working culture.
Yeah,
between
tell us
them-
about it. Yeah.
The working culture is really different.
Different.
It's like when you are working for like a local movie, with all due respect, they will keep on checking where you are and
Oh.
what you are doing.
Where are
It's
you?
like-
Is this done?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
yeah.
what micromanaging.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little bit like micromanaging, which I feel quite uncomfortable about it.
Okay.
And you feel constricted, isn't it? You're
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, get out of my bed.
I was like,
you know?
I'm trying to make.
You're
I'm
trying to do your
my
work.
work.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you are trying. I
to do
know
your work. Yeah.
I know that you are just trying to make sure things run, but I don't think that there's a good way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So after I joined the Crazy Rich Asians, my supervisor never gave me a call. Never.
Your supervisor just said, okay, that's your job, so he sort of trusts you that
Yeah.
you'll be doing
It's
it.
like
Oh.
yeah. So
Not once that he
No
he
once.
checked on you.
no one.
Oh, so he just let you be
Yeah.
just do your thing lah.
Yeah. So basically, whenever I done with my task, I just report to her. Oh yeah. And by the way, I think I should mention a little bit about this supervisor of mine.
Okay.
She was the coordinator for Mulan.
Mulan. Oh, you mean the live action one?
The live
Yeah.
action one.
Whoa.
And I think he involved in the Lord of the Ring and Hobbit as well.
What? Really?
I didn't know back then.
Oh shit,
So
son.
I Google about her profile in IMDb. I was like, holy.
Holy shit.
I bet she's humble as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
Lila. Oh, that's crazy, man.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, so she never checked on me, and she somehow just trusted me. So when somebody trusted you with all their heart, you just don't want to let them down. So even there was some time I've been like stuck in a mall because like the supply on the set is running out. I need to go and purchase like 10 gallons of water, for example.
Oh, okay.
Like I have to carry them alone.
Oh no.
It's basically it's like you just imagine you need to fill your car full with
Water.
different kind of drink and snack, but I did it anyway because it's just like when people put their trust in you, you don't want to let them down. It's like this kind of thing you feel inside you. You just want to do your really best to make sure the thing goes.
Trust, guys.
Yeah.
Trust.
There's like another like really nice experience doing Crazy Rich Asians. It's like I'm the supervising art director, which he was a supervising art director for Marco Polo as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
Yeah,
also.
so it's the same guy.
Oh.
So you met him again for this
Yeah,
one?
I met him again. So when the first time I went inside office, I was like,
Oh, this guy looks familiar.
Gary, is that you? But it took him
A while to-
to actually remember me back then. Yeah,
I
but
see.
it's okay. I mean, I do mine. So there was a few times I actually assist him, and we actually had a set in Cyber Giant in Jaya.
Oh, what? Ooh.
Like if you watch the movie, it's like it's like the interior
Okay.
aeroplane set. It's actually not an aeroplane. It's a set we built
Oh.
in
Nice.
KIU Studios.
KRU Studios.
Oh,
yeah,
KRU
okay.
Studios. Oh.
We built it inside there, so-
Okay.
That set, I mean, we had a little bit problem with the set.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, so we walked all the way until like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning.
What?
And the supervising art director, Gary, he was there as well. There's one incident actually made me feel good. It's like, you imagine it's a supervising art director, especially like the second person in charge in the departments. And he's so humble. It's like even like doing in the set of the aeroplane set, and he just asked me, Howard, is it possible for you to help me out to pick out all the littering like around the set, try to clean out a little bit so it's easier for people to work. It's like the way he said it is like begging me. I was like, you don't have to.
You don't have to
You
say it
don't
that
have to.
way.
So
Okay.
it's like
Oh.
it takes a mutual respect.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so you just really want to do that. It's like when I actually start to picking out all the little thing, like all the little thing around, he actually joined me.
Oh, he was also
Yeah, he
doing it
joined me,
with you.
and he did it faster than me. Which is like, oh my god, it's such a shame. That particular night, I walked all the way until like 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. So I went back home. I can't remember what time. And my coordinator, she actually sent me a test. Before she sent me a test. She told me, make sure there's a 12-hour interval in between your off time and the next time you come into the office. Make
So
sure there's a 12 hour.
Your boss basically told you to go home and rest.
Yeah. So basically he doesn't actually tell me what time you should come in, and he never asked what time you went home last day. She never asked. She just sent me a text, make sure there's a 12-hour in between. But I didn't rest 12 hours, of course. I just went home, Pido. Then the next day wake up, I think it's like just 6 hours there. You know what? Let's get back
to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I went back to the set. Gary is still there. He never went home.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Yeah. He never went home. I feel very sorry about it. So I try my best to help him as much as possible. Then by somewhere around afternoon, we are done with the set, and the set is have green light to shoot. So my first priority is to send Gary home. Yeah, because he haven't rest for a night or something.
So you had to drive him home, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, and yeah, about the background of this supervising art director of mine, he was actually the weapon supervisor.
Weapon supervisor.
I mean, back then.
Oh, okay.
Of Lord of the Ring.
What in the world?
Without one workshop.
What?
So he was part of Waiter Workshop. Then.
Oh, he was
So-
wait up.
So during the journey, I sent him home. It's like 2 hours. We start in the jam. Then we start to talk about. I start to ask him about like the experience of working in the Lord of the Ring. Then he mentioned about like how lovely is the team, and talk about Peter Jason.
Oh,
And talk about all this. It's like that's like the most precious 2 hours.
It's like free class.
Yeah, it's like free class.
Yeah.
Thank God that was a gem then.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, like, I feel sorry to Gary, but I was like, thanks God for creating the jam.
Wait, he was still willing to like share
Yeah.
with you, yeah.
Yeah, then after he told me about a lot of stuff, he said that I should just keep doing what am I currently doing.
Keep doing what you.
Yeah,
currently
because he
doing.
said that
Okay.
I have a good attitude and the will to help.
Yeah. But you like what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah.
So
I love it.
So yeah, just keep
Whoa.
doing what you love, guys.
Noise voice.
In Crazy Rich Asians, I met a lot of people
Yeah.
who are actually doing really is like committed into art department. It's like the real art department crew in Malaysia. So from then, I mean, I think I somehow proved myself in the job. That's being like so hardworking, and it's like so they actually hired me to another job, which actually by BBC, yeah, which is like it's a military drama. Yeah, so it shoot in Malaysia for another 4 to 5 months. Then about the BBC job, I think there is nothing spectacular about it.
But basically, it just keeps you busy for the next 4 or 5 months,
Yeah.
right?
But I mean, I learned a lot
Yeah,
to
I
do the
bet,
job,
I
but I can't really remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you,
Too much for jobs, you know.
it's not that. Yeah. Then because I will explain why later.
Okay.
Yeah, because and right after the BBC, there's another offer coming by HBO
Whoa!
Asia, which is the Garden of Evening Mist.
Garden
So
of
you
Evening
have like 2 big projects.
Happening at the same
Happening at
time.
the same time.
No, I mean it's like it's actually
Oh, one after the other.
yeah,
Oh, one after the
so
other,
it's like from the
okay.
from Crazy Rich Asian to BBC, and from BBC to Garden of Evening Mist.
That's
So
like
it's-
Warner Brothers, BBC, HBO. That's a hat trick of big names.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
No, so that's why I said that I was like extremely lucky.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I couldn't ask for more. Yeah, so and for the Garden of Evening Mist, that was like the project which really put myself into test, and I love it. It's
He
like-
just loves the challenges.
I mean, it's like
guys.
it's somehow like people torturing you, and I.
And you like it?
you like it.
It sounds wrong, but I couldn't find any better way to explain it because like somehow it's like just push you to somewhere that you never know that you can actually achieve.
Yeah.
So I'm being in charge for some of the props and some of the set as well
Right.
in Garden of Evening Mist. And if you guys watch the film, you will notice that there is like a war cry tribunal. I actually designed the set.
The set. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not like the main designer, but there is like a few, but I somehow got my involvement in there. And the Malay house, the Rumah Kampung in the Cameron Highland as well. Yeah, and there's like a few other props and
Like the main house of the Japanese.
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
You were involved with building the place up as well, right?
not
No?
really.
Okay.
Yeah, because that particular set we call it the hero set.
The
It's
hero
like the
set.
most important set of
All the
entire-
details is there,
yeah,
basically.
of the entire film. So the set is actually designed by the production designer herself, who is a Taiwanese.
I see.
Oh.
Yeah. So she designed it by herself, and we hire somebody to actually build it up. I mean, there's a guy in Malaysia who
So
are
that house is built from scratch.
built from scratch,
Oh.
even by the garden. So by the first time when we actually visit the location, it is nothing.
No, nothing there.
It's nothing.
Damn.
It's just mud and grass. That's it. And even the terrace is flat.
I see.
Yeah, so we built the terrace by sending a lot of dirt and mud inside just to build up the terrace. We built a little bit curve on it. Then we built a house on the curve.
I
And then we created a garden. We bought a bonsai, which
Wait, is that like
fucking
freaking expensive?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is gonna kill the green team.
and you just imagine sometimes when you're actually carrying some
Oh, something so expensive.
yeah, some bonsai, you're like, holy crap, this costs like 1 million.
Oh my
No, lah, it's not really like 1 million.
Oh,
I'm just
but-
giving a
But it costs a lot of money.
yeah.
But it's still expensive. Though.
Yeah, because like I have like a similar experience like in Crazy Rich Asian. Like I just hold the glass, and somebody told me, the glass is like 5,000 ringgit. I was like,
I watched the movie, which is one of the reason why. This is like the reason why I thought we should call him over to the show is because he shared one of the production team actually shared the props that they made, and then when I met you that day, you were showing us the
Oh, yeah,
scrapbooks, which is you designed it and you managed to make it look old, which is super cool. I mean, because the period of that movie was what, 1940s?
1948.
Yeah, 1948, which is super cool that you're actually building you're building that war tribunal set.
Yeah, War Tribunal, and there's like a lot of little detail which I did, which at the end it doesn't even
Yeah,
show in the
it's like the effort that you took to build that scrapbook, right?
Yep.
And it only appeared in the movie for how long?
3 seconds.
3
Oh,
seconds.
damn.
2 to 3 seconds is too many, like
The
2 weeks.
effort.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have just bought some book from MPH or something. He actually made it from scratch.
From scratch.
Find all those Japanese art,
Yeah.
and then you actually bind it together.
Buy it together with shoelaces.
Bind it together manually, not with stapler. Okay.
Because
That's
we have to make it look old. It's like I mean, like in the movie, there's another particular event. There's like talk about the Henry Gurney being assassinated.
Assassination.
Yeah, back then.
So okay. Alright.
Yeah, so during the set we have like, I mean, in the script it mentioned that there is a newspaper during the particular day lie on some coffee table somewhere in the set. Yeah, so I was like, how's the newspaper look like back then?
Yeah.
Wow.
So what did you do?
I went to the National Archive.
He went to the National Archive.
Yeah, I went to the National Archive.
Wow.
I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff. We actually went to the National Archive. Even like the prison record, like the prison record back then.
prison record.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we have like a little prop like prison record, which is like just laying down on the table, which most of the people don't even realize that. Even for that, we went to the National Archive to look for
the list and stuff.
to look for how the thing actually
How the thing look like, right?
So we can duplicate the design and make a prop of it.
Dang, that. Whoa,
Yeah,
that's
so-
crazy.
So the amount of work these guys do is phenomenal, guys. I mean, they actually made everything look like it came from 1948. And some people might not appreciate that sort of effort, but that's one of the things that I managed to see when I watched the film. And I'm like, oh man, the set design, you can highly appreciate it because of the effort your team put on, which is super cool, man. Okay, so you worked on these 2 film sets, Crazy Rich Asians and Garden of Evening Mist. Did you manage to meet the stars?
Yeah, I did.
did?
Oh, so you actually met Henry Golding?
Yeah,
Wow.
he's a nice guy.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, like
So it's not just handsome.
I think
it's nice too.
But I think it's a little bit abnormal for me because I'm not really like the kind of like
Oh, like
oh, this is a superstar. No, I'm not really the kind of people. I was like, oh, it's Henry Golden. Okay, move on.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I'll probably geek out or something.
And you end up not doing your work.
And
No, I mean, it's like, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's not Tom Hanks.
Okay. So
Maybe
if it's Tom Hanks, you would
maybe I will get crazy. It's Tom Hanks.
Damn. Wilson. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would hug the guy.
And with Garden Evening Mist, they have John Hanna, I think.
Yeah, John Hanna, nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
Did he talk to you, or did you talk to him, or
Yeah, he actually talked to everyone.
he talks to everyone?
I was like really friendly. So you would never expect that you're just walking on the set. Then it's like he just standing there.
He was just bored, lah.
Yeah, having his coffee.
Noise voice.
What are you working on right now?
Then now I'm mostly doing commercial.
Commercial. Okay.
Yeah, commercial.
So
work.
building the set also.
Yeah, it's like because like not exactly like building the set, because like some of the commercial work which they need to build the set, and most of them they actually do.
Okay.
Because like when you are working for a movie and when you are working for a commercial, it's actually a little bit different. Movie, we pay a lot of attention to detail,
Right.
like just now I mentioned about like the new newspaper, which I don't even see.
Which most audience won't even see.
Yeah. So it's like we even pay like a very small attention into all this, but commercial no. The commercial is something like just put a thing there, get it done.
Oh.
But I gotta pull you back a bit. That scrapbook that you showed me, how much does that cost you? If you remember, can you give us a figure?
I mean, just by the material itself plus the printing, should be around 100 to 200.
100 to 200 for 3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, like not including my labor fee.
Yeah.
Labor fee.
But I'm trying to imagine it into perspective, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. So now you're working on commercials.
Yeah, commercial.
So that's
while-
your current.
Yeah,
currently,
while waiting for the next movie.
while
to
waiting
come
for the
in.
next big name to call
No.
Howard Tai.
Noise voice.
In the line of work that you're doing right now, what would you call yourself? And maybe we can just summarize it to our viewers. What do you do? What when people ask you, what do you do?
Mostly, I mean, that now I will say that I'm involving in set design.
Set design.
Yeah,
Set
more
design.
than anything.
Right.
It's basically like I draw on the construction plan
Right.
of the set, then build a 3D visual about it,
Right.
just to present as a communication medium to the director,
yeah.
the producer,
Yeah.
and from there we can actually calculate how much it's gonna cost
Right.
to actually build
For the overall budgeting. Okay.
to build this particular set. So it's all these things. It's like you just spend a little bit more time to it before you actually throw the money in and burn it.
Burn it.
Would you recommend this job to anyone who has an interest in filmmaking, perhaps?
Yes,
Yeah.
but only when your will is strong.
Only
will
if
is
your
strong.
will is strong.
Because it's really tough.
It's really tough.
It's
I
tougher
bet.
than most of the people think. It's to a point that it's like, like most people will actually doubt their decision.
Right.
Yeah.
What kind of advice would you tell these guys who want to venture into this, aside from having strong willpower around?
Just be kind to anybody. But
Just be kind
you,
to people.
You will never know. I mean, it's like, in terms of like as a human being, just always show kindness to people. And you might never know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah. You'll never
And-
know.
Yeah.
Just now you mentioned a bit about your parents and what they thought about what you were doing, right? But what do they think now? Do they still doubt
Now
you?
they are okay with it.
They're okay with it.
Yeah, because like they just want the very best of it.
Yeah. But how did you deal with that though? I mean, if you don't mind saying it in a very general way, did you like hang in there, mom and dad, or did you have a fight with them, or did you have to argue with them?
Not really. It's like arguing. It's most likely it's like, nah.
It's less dramatic than what I imagine it
It's
to
not
be.
really. It's not really like having like.
I thought I was like, I'm gonna do this, mom and dad.
I want to do set design. You can't do anything about it.
He just went, yeah.
No, it's basically like my mom and dad just say, why are you doing freelancing? Why don't you just find a permanent job? I was like, man.
And then they never like bothered you after that anymore.
No, I mean it's like.
They still worry lah.
Yeah, they still worry, but after like a few years, they are somehow okay with it.
What do they tell their friends what you're doing?
Oh yeah.
It's actually very complicated. Like even some of my friends who don't really know about filming, they say, what am I doing? I just say, movie. That's it. I mean, like, it's so hard to explain. You are actually doing design for.
I think
movie.
that's a good answer.
I was like, what are you doing?
I make movies.
I make movies.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, you are making movies. Without you, there wouldn't be that.
And there wouldn't be a movie.
Any set. You know.
The actors would just be like wherever.
Yeah.
In the kitchen or something.
Told them, you think I'm building? Say you thought I was operating camera, right? But no, I'm the one who actually is like, it's like, for example, like a car commercial. All I did in the car commercial, it just try to mod the car and make it like delight as hell. That's it. I mean, like, people think it's a fancy job, but sometimes it's not.
Oh,
so it's actually depending. Like, sometimes your job is like really easy. Like there was like one of the commercial which I involved is for Uniqlo.
Oh,
yeah,
Uniqlo.
So
I'm wearing Uniqlo jeans right now. Can the camera see?
But the job is like the only thing which the art department do, right? Is just to put a drop of water on the shirt.
Serious, ah?
Yeah. I was like, yeah, nothing much. It's just
that?
putting a drop of water on the shirt.
I want to do that job where I put a drop of water on jeans every day.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's not really. I mean, sometimes.
It's not fancy or glamorous as people would think.
I mean, it's just like, it's like when people think you are actually the one who holding is like super fancy camera. You just say, oh no, I'm just dropping the water on the shirt. That's it.
wow.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Noise voice.
Right. We've had Howard Tai for 50 minutes with us, guys. So we would like to thank him for being on our show, for being so nice to share his experience, being someone who makes films.
Someone who makes films.
Yeah. So
Filmmaker.
Filmmaker. Yeah, he's pretty much a filmmaker. I mean, one part of the bigger department. He's part of. He made films, man. Yeah. So with that, we thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys.
Have a nice day.